Take one. Action. I need a little checker thingy.
Yes, 600.
Okay. Hey, Kaitlyn. Hey, Erin.
Welcome to the LinkedIn video this week.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to be here.
People are probably like, what is she doing?
Who is this girl?
Who is this girl? So this week, as you know, I talked about outsourcing and how that can help you, not just in your career, but also in the quality of life you have.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to have you here, because it's easier just to tell a story about how it can help. And I think our story's really unique because I think it's been very unique.
It is very unique, to say the least.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And what's interesting to me is one of the things that I think people, and I was guilty of this too, when you see people in senior leadership roles, a lot of times you say things like, well, of course they can take on that role. They have a nanny, or they have, somebody doing their lawn, or, all these people helping them. And I think what people don't realize is it's actually the cause and effect is different. They have invested in those things along the way, which has allowed them to be able to do that.
And that's exactly what it is. It's an investment.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's
in your life.
Yeah. It's just
in
like if
your
you're
time.
starting a business, right?
Yeah.
You have to invest in it.
Investing in your quality of life. That's it.
So one of the stories I'm really passionate about that I tell people a lot is, if people had to ask me, like, what's the one single thing that allowed you to, as a female, as a mom, take on the big job? And I say instantly, care.com.
Holla!
And it sounds like superficial, but so, the story goes that we've always had daycare kids. We didn't have nannies, when the kids were younger, and we picked that for a reason. We wanted them to have that social aspect, etc. But when Manny was offered the job that he got 6 years ago, we were sort of at a crossroads. His job, makes him travel, and it also is an hour commute each way. And so, we thought, well, how in the heck am I going to continue on my way, where I was on business trips and
without sacrificing your career.
Yeah. So it was a really big decision. And, I would say 20 years ago, it was even harder, because you thought, well, maybe if there's somebody that could help us part-time because our kids are in school. But that's when we found care.com, which allows you to actually find somebody. We needed somebody just to help us after school. And then if I traveled, maybe come in the morning and help out, and just that little extra relief. But, it's one of those things where how do you find somebody that doesn't already have a full-time job or what have you? And so, the story. So, 6 years ago, we started hiring folks, and we've been very blessed. And you are our fourth, which makes it sound a little bit like a factory.
A little bit.
And the reason I wanted to tell your story too, for people that are watching, when we hired you in August. I actually didn't tell Manny I was putting another posting up. Our other nanny moved to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And I was kind of waiting for it. I posted it, and I was waiting for it. And then one day he realized, and he goes, wait, why are you posting a new job? You're quitting your corporate job in November. And I said to him, but I want to continue to work. And then I talked to you. And I was like, you sound great, but
oh my God,
I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. I'm quitting my job.
And I was like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Great first combo. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. And but for me, what was so important wasn't just the help through the fall. I knew that if I went into this transition from, corporate job to running my own business and didn't have help, that the perception of my family and for myself, I would really pull back, because I would, be harder to say yes to a meeting in New York. It would be harder to get on a plane. And so even though I knew it was going to be a challenge, because for a little while I wouldn't have an income, I said to you, maybe we can figure something out. Maybe there are other ways that you can help me out when I don't need you with the kids as much.
And I remember you saying that, and I was like, what am I possibly going to do? Like,
remember, I asked
you,
you were in art therapy at the time, and I said, are you a graphic designer? And you're like, nope. And I was like, oh, crap.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, but we figured it out. Yeah. In the best way possible.
Yeah. And so what's exciting, too, is you don't just help me with the kids anymore. We've kind of got this crazy, like part dual moms.
I love how you called me your sister wife yesterday.
Yeah, sister wife.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. You completely inspire me. You're the reason I'm on LinkedIn, right? The day that you're like, you need to post on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Right now, a video.
God, I'm so glad you did that too.
But I thought too, I mean, your story is so interesting too, and how much, you've sort of changed over the last, 4 or 5, I don't know, 6 months.
Yeah, it's like rapidly. And a lot of that comes from you coaching me and telling me to be following my dreams. And that's the message that you want to share to the masses. And by following your advice and your guidance, I now have a purpose. Like, I have dreams, which I've told you when I first met you. You asked me, what does your perfect day look like? Couldn't even think of it. Did not have a dream. And here I am now with these massive dreams of how I want to impact the world. And that's because of you. You gave me that permission to dream. So
well, it's you know what I always say, inspiration is a circular reference.
It absolutely
we just keep kicking it back and forth to each other.
Yep.
And I'm so excited for you. I think the funniest part though was you say I've inspired you, but the day that Manny came home and he didn't realize, he got updated that you quit your master's program.
Just like you did once.
And I said, well, she's obviously been hanging around me too long because I quit my corporate job.
I know, it was like the only structural aspect of my life. And I was like, nope, that's not it. It doesn't fit.
And
now
you're pursuing something even
that fits
better.
Flawlessly. The turnover was like that. So yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I think it's a great message to give people. Thank you for coming on, because in this instance, you never know when you invest in yourself where it will take you.
Yeah,
but also the people that you actually bring onto your team, thinking about them not just as somebody that's there to you're not just here to get the kids or pack the lunches. Like, how else can your relationship grow? And I think that's like the ultimate return on investment.
Absolutely. I think that everyone is a teacher. Everyone that we meet, even at the gas station, they're there to teach you something about yourself. So yeah, not just looking at your nanny as your nanny, but as a human being, what can you teach me? Yeah. And look at us.
Yeah.
I think we've both taught each other quite a bit so far, and we'll see where we end up a year from now.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Good stuff.
Oh God, yeah. Really good stuff.
All right, thanks so much for being on. Thank you guys for tuning in again. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.